Hey everybody, this is Lewis Speaks 2020, and today I want to talk to you about the importance of having a spiritual foundation in your relationships. You know, we live in a day and age now where everybody wants to experiment with threesomes and thruples and new ways to relate with one another. And I think that it's important to have a threefold cord in your relationships. And this doesn't mean having a physical person in your relationship at all, no. But having a spiritual guiding light in your relationships. And for me, that is God. You know, having God in your relationships is essential because I see me personally, I see when there is no God or divine order or divine light in my relationships, they go to pot. Every relationship that I have had has had no God in it. And because of that, I noticed that there was discord, there was disharmony, there was differences that were irreconcilable because we had no governing body to consult. And the reality is this: every relationship at one point or another reaches a stalemate. You have one partner going to this side of the room, another partner going to this side of the room, letting pride, arrogance, ignorance get in the way. So what you need is a third party, a mediator. You need good, orderly direction to mediate and serve as a counselor so that way you both can come to this good, orderly direction and rely on it. You know, I see couples out there who don't have good, orderly direction, who don't have a spiritual foundation, and their relationships are rocked by infidelity, dishonesty, power struggles, basically one person trying to control, another resisting, acting out, and it just breaks down the trust, you know? And in order for a relationship to continue, in order for it to last, I see that it's important to have a spiritual foundation. The relationships that I have seen last, they've always had some level of spirituality. They've always had some kind of governing body to go to in times of confusion, in times of anger. When they're not seeing eye to eye, they consult, whether it be for me, I consult the Bible, to kind of correct me, to kind of get my mind right. I may not always agree. I may not always want to do what is in the Bible, but I realize the importance of the principle. And I realize the benefit of the principle. And so it also, after a while, you start to think and you start to reflect. And once you get past your own pride, you have something to go to. A lot of these couples nowadays, they don't have anything to consult. They consult their own hearts. They consult friends, imperfect friends who sometimes steer them wrong. They consult therapists who want to give them this philosophy, but they need a spiritual component. Because if you don't have that spiritual component in your relationships, chances are it's not going to last. It's not. I'm living proof. I have dealt with so many partners who none of them really had a spiritual inclination. And my younger self didn't really require that because I was just so happy to have found someone. Loneliness makes you blind. But as I have matured, I realized the importance of finding somebody who has a respect for God and for living things and for their own body. Their body is a temple, a living sacrifice, as said in the scriptures. Your body is a living sacrifice, and yet and still, these people who I've dealt with, they've put poisons in it, drugs, alcohol, overly, because alcohol is cool in moderation, but to get drunk every day, putting all these poisons, drugs, So I'm learning the importance of having a spiritual foundation in my life and also requiring that of a partner and even of my friendships. If you are a person that does not believe in God, that does not believe in a higher power, that does not believe that the Bible is the Word of God, I don't want to have nothing to do with you. Because that means that we don't have a source to go to when we reach a stalemate. We don't have some kind of guidance that we could rely on to set us straight. And if we don't have that, then really we have nothing. Because I know me, I'm an imperfect person. I know my pride, my ego, my arrogance at times will cause me to just shut down. And it will cause me to go my own way. And I need that correction. We need that correction. And if a person does not recognize that, that's on them. That's fine. But I can't take them seriously. I can't have them in my life because I know what I need. And so I think that's part of growing up too, recognizing your own needs. And I know that I need somebody with a spiritual inclination. I recognize that now. And so that's good. Every day I'm learning something wonderful and new. So I encourage all those who are in relationships, if you're in friendships with other people, definitely consider including a spiritual component within that, because when you have that, you definitely have the potential for longevity. You have the potential for forever. So many people nowadays are breaking up and not lasting. So if you want your friendships and your relationship to last, consider adopting a spiritual component, a spiritual practice into your relationship. So that way you both can build together on that foundation. So this is Lewis Speaks, thanking everybody for their time and attention. And I hope that you have a wonderful day. Peace.